handbag anywhere because... Oh, hi, there it is. Now then, glasses. You've not seen me glasses anywhere, have you?
No.
Oh. Uh-huh. And I suppose you didn't see them when you stuck your scarf on top of them?
No.
Ah. Well, I'm off now.
Cheerio.
And you're going to wish me luck?
What for?
Well, for whatever Arthur Smith wants to say to me.
What makes you want to think he's going to say something special to you?
Well, we don't speak to each other every day, you know. We're not close friends.
All right, what do you think he wants to see you about?
More money.
Well, it could be the opposite thing, you know.
How do you mean?
Well, what's the opposite to getting more money?
The sack. Hey, you didn't mean that, did you?
Of course not. According to you, the place revolves around you. If they sacked you, it would collapse like a deck of cards, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
All right. So they can't sack you, can they?
No, they couldn't. All the same, I wish you hadn't said that. Ta-ra.
There's no danger there, Mrs. Jenkinson. If I say I'm coming to do a job, I come. Yeah, well, look, we're not a firm like that, Mrs. Jenkinson. You can trust us. Yeah, and yes, I know, give a dog a bad name. All right, well, I'll see you in about 15 minutes then. Yeah. Thank you. Ta-da.
You know, listening to you restores my faith in the British working man, Jerry lad, in human nature, in fact.
Oh, I'm very pleased to hear it.
You can trust us, you said, and you meant it. I mean, that's about as rare in commerce today as clogs are in Claridge's.
Well, folks should be able to trust us. Trust us to turn up when we say we will and to do a job properly.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more.
Ah, well, don't be so damn sarcastic then.
Well, it's just that most of us aren't as perfect as you, mate. I mean, take me, for instance. Morning after a big night out, I can not really remember my own name, apart from a promise to a customer, and an accommodating bird can take me mind right off plastic guttering for weeks.
Ah, well, that you're not the only one. Nobody's perfect.
And here's the most imperfect man in the world. Oh, congratulations, Stan.
What are you on about?
Well, you're only 10 minutes late instead of the usual 20-25, you know.
Well, I did say I was going to reform, didn't I?
Stan,
Yeah.
you know that bloke that just went out?
Oh, Jerry.
That's the fella.
What about him?
His output is about 8 times yours.
Well, he's a tradesman. He's fully trained. I mean, I'm just learning, aren't I?
Well, I've got news for you.
What?
You better match his output, Stan. He's your yardstick from now on, or else.
Or else what?
Or else.
The 2 packets of 20 makes 40.
Ta.
You're not doing all that well, are you?
Eh?
Well, last week you said you was going to cut down on your cigars.
I am cutting down on ciggies. It's just that I'm giving me willpower a rest for a bit.
Oh, I do that every day.
I'm going to need a bit of help from 1 or 2 friends around here.
Why, are you getting fed up with working for a living, are
Oh,
you?
I wouldn't say that exactly, but what other alternative is there except skiving at home in the kitchen? And we women are past all that, you know. We've been liberated. At least we should have been. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, love.
Oh, I thought I heard voices.
You did? Mine?
Oh.
And Elsie's.
Elsie's.
Oh, and there was a girl came... Well, no, she was a woman more, really. She had you know, them new big red fuzzy wigs on and dark blue tinted glasses. You should have seen her fingernails. They was painted green. And the coat she was wearing, you think it'd have belonged to Ian Sharp. She was blind drunk, you
Oh,
know.
all right, Emma. I know I'm on pins.
Oh, I'd say you was more of a nervous wreck myself.
Well, I just wish you'd have described her a bit. I mean, said how old she was, whether she's fair or dark.
Hey, say your garden hasn't said nothing because she's foreign.
Foreign?
Yes, like a Eskimo or something. No, you get all them kinds in London these days. They come over on the jumbo
Oh,
jet.
don't be daft, Emma. God knows said if she were foreign.
Ah, but would he?
Well, anyway, supposing she is, I wouldn't mind.
No, I suppose it would make a change visiting the relatives in the igloo.
Emma, this girl is just a friend of Gordon's. He'd have said if she was anything more.
Of course he would, Maggie.
Well, I'd better go and get the dinner on. When she comes, bring her through.
Right. What did you say her name was again?
Jennifer Swan.
Jennifer Swan. I'll get that, Maggie.
Yeah, right, thanks,
Hello? There's nobody in, I'm sorry. Oh, it's you. Of course I know I haven't been in to pay you nothing this week. Oh, because I've had 1 or 2 commitments, that's why. Now I should be straight by next week, so I'll have to pay you double, won't I? All right, I will be straight by next week. Oh, Oh, I know that. Charity's the last thing that you are. Blimey, I've always wondered why they don't call you Shylock Smith or Scrooge Smith instead of something as misleading as Dave. Hello, is that you? No, well, sometimes when I ring this number, I get Roger Moore. Look, am I seeing you tonight? Oh, you don't have fancy yourself. Well, am I? Yes. Yes, well, it's only a couple of quid, really. I'll see you later then, right? Oh, by the way, don't go straining yourself for now, will you? Ta-ra.
Hey, that weren't for me, were it?
No, it was the police.
What?
They said, did we know anybody called Jennifer Swan? Only she's wanted for gun running.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Eh?
Watching other folk work.
Well, it passes time on.
You not got a job yet, then?
Nope.
You'll be getting to like loafing if you don't watch it.
I like it already. What are you doing to this for?
Well, I'm not preparing it for a serious operation. I'm restoring it, aren't I? Got a new seat on it, you see. When I finish giving it a lick of paint, it'll be worth about 3 times what I paid for it, aren't I clever?
I wish I'd been trained in summer.
Well, it's not too late, you know. I could always take you on as a apprentice plumber if you like.
Thought about being a nurse last night.
Well, why not?
Well, I don't think I'm dedicated enough to do all them mucky jobs they have to do.
You know what your trouble is, Lucy?
Apart from being born idle, you mean?
You're what an uncle of mine used to call semi-educated.
I've got 5 O-levels.
Yeah. Just enough to whet your appetite for the sweet life, but not enough to give you a taste. It's a lot like you know, clerking and grumbling and feeling deprived. I mean, personally, I reckon if you're not going to make a brain surgeon, you're better off with a trade in your hands than any 5 O-levels.
Getting to be quite a little philosopher in our old age, aren't we?
Ah, well, that it's working with Jerry.
Suppose you've heard about our visitor today?
Visitor?
Gordon Clegg's girlfriend's coming up from the big city.
So?
So I'm just telling you.
You know, you should have married him, Lucy. All your little problems would have been solved. You've been living in a penthouse in Mayfair by now.
Yeah, well, I wanted to marry him, but he jilted me, remember? And nobody's asked me since, have they?
She's been there 6 months, and only chance she ever gets to speak to anybody is when she goes shopping.
I know, her mother were telling me.
She's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. And thin. Oh, she must have lost 2 stone.
Well, why'd she come back up here? Won't get me living down south, not for a mink coat.
Well, her husband's work's down there, isn't it? So she has to live there.
There's no ask to about it. There's no work as important as living where your friends are. I told my Jack that when he wanted to go to Canada last year.
Hey, up, she's back.
You can say that again. You know what they say, don't you? A little of what you fancy does you good.
Have you finished them yet?
Nearly.
Oh, I don't think you two could work fast to save your reputation. We might not be fast, but we are thorough. Yeah, that's what you said yesterday. 6 faults I found after you'd passed them.
We can all have our off days, Elsie.
Yes, but
just
we
what
don't-
I was going to say.
We don't have an off day every day of the week, do we?
Oh, we are in a bad mood this morning, aren't we? What's up? Husband cut your housekeeping down or something?
I provide my own housekeeping, love.
Well, my husband wouldn't like me doing that.
Yes, you see, we only earn pin money.
Now, if you paid more attention to your
Don't
work...
let me interrupt a good row. I've always said folk work faster when they're mad.
I'm sorry, Mr. Smith, I didn't realise you were there. You did
I
say
was
you
just passing, so I thought I'd talk to you on your own mitten. It's friendlier than doing it across the desktop.
Well, would you like to see me now?
Well, if it's convenient.
Yes, of course it's convenient, isn't it? Would you like to go downstairs and check on them, Max? There's been a bit of a push on. Will you go down?
Now, it'll be tea break in a couple of minutes.
Now.
Oh, come on, Ivy, there's no pleasing some folk.
Trouble at Mill?
Nothing I can't handle.
Nothing if you're not confident, are you, Elsie?
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Well, it's as near as I ever get to give him one.
Well, what can I do for you, then?
You like working for us, do you, Elsie?
Oh, I don't know. The money's not so hot.
Well, we pay more than anybody else in this line of business.
Now, isn't that funny why I'm broke every Friday?
Oh, you're thinking of trying to do better somewhere else, then, are you?
I didn't say that.
You implied it.
All right. I'm not thinking of trying somewhere else.
Well, then you must like it here.
Well, I don't know. I've never been very fond of work of any kind, really.
Honest as well.
But what is this, Mr. Smith? You send me a message that you want to see me and you say it's very important, and you come up here and you start asking me if I'm happy at my work. Well, what's it all about?
I've had my eye on you, Elsie.
Oh, yeah.
Since the first day you started.
I see.
You're a first-class supervisor.
Thank you very much.
But
what?
how much do you like us?
Like who?
Oh, Smart Britain Limited. How committed are you to this company?
Look, you don't have to like Mark Britton to work for them, as long as I'm doing my job.
You have to like us to get promoted, Elsie.
Promoted? Promoted to what?
There's a vacancy going at our new place just outside Birmingham. It's second assistant in the fashion supermarket there. Big money and bigger opportunities. In fact, the sky's the limit.
And they're putting me forward for the job?
They are. If you can assure them you want to be a career girl. It's big money.
Oh, sure, yeah, I'll do anything for money.
Oh, I think you'd still be honest, Elsie, even if I've been offering you rubies.
Consider me a career girl.
Good, but think it over. It's a big step. Have a word with your husband.
When would you want to know?
Oh, there's no push. Take your time, but not too long, eh? If you do decide to go down there, it'll take a week or two to actually move you. Lock, stock and barrel, naturally.
Hey, Alan,
Hello, Stan.
do me a favour, will you? Huh? Nip in there and see if Langton's in. Please.
Yes, he's in there with young Jerry.
Thanks, mate. I'll do you a favour one day. Ta-da.
Oh, excuse me. Could you tell me where Clegg's grocer's shop is, please?
Yes, it's on the other corner of the block.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, take these, for instance. Anybody ordering one of these? Well, they'd expect to get one, wouldn't they? But no, the crafty devils, they put two in a cellophane bag and your order's been double. Talk about pushy salesmen. They'll do anything to get more business and have a bigger sales commission.
Yeah, well, it's a very pushy world, you know, Em. I mean, sedate, gentle gentlemen like me are a dying breed.
Do you reckon it was the sort of soap your mother washed your little body with made you different from everybody else?
No. As a matter of fact, I was a foundling.
Oh.
Left in Mrs. Barlow's shopping basket by the maid of a very grand but susceptible lady who should be nameless. But to give you a clue, my real name is Treble Barrel. See you.
Well, you can't be Mrs. Clegg.
No, I'm not, but I know who you can be. Jennifer Swan.
That's right.
Yeah, our Gordon's girlfriend.
Well, more than his girlfriend, whoever you are.
I'm Irma Barlow.
I'm his fiancée.
There you are, all done. Not a speck left anywhere.
Oh, thanks a million, Elsie. You know, if I've been told once today I got paint on my Mac, I've been told 50 times, even on the bus. Please, sir, you got paint on your Mac. You know, for a snappy dresser like me, it's dead embarrassing.
Would you like a drop of turps in case you need it?
Yeah, if you could spare some.
Right, I'm going to see if I've
Thank
got
you.
a bottle.
Very good.
Talking about snappy dressing.
Yeah?
How long have you had that Mac?
Oh, 2 or 3 years. Why?
Looks like it.
Oh, yeah, trying to tell me I need a new one, are you?
You do?
Trying to mother me as well.
Well, somebody has to, haven't they? And talking about dressing, how long is it since you've had new pants? They're beginning to shine like Macintosh red.
Oh, well, we intellectuals do things like that, you see. It's one of the signs.
You've just talked about snappy dressing. Now, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing. Next time I want paint taken off my Mac, I go somewhere where I don't get insulted.
Look, I've said now that Val wouldn't have said.
No, you're absolutely right. I do need some new clothes. I'll probably have a quick canter around the male boutiques on Saturday morning.
Whoa. Hello. Is this what's going on between you two and I'm out earning the family fortune?
And you've just come out of the Rovers. I can tell by the twinkle in your eye.
Well, I'm very sorry, Alan. I'm terribly sorry, but you were bound to find out sooner or later. Listen, don't be too hard on her, even though it is her fault. Jezebel.
Cheerio. Where's the grub?
I've got your smashing piece of soul.
Good. My favourite fish.
You sound in a very cheerful mood today.
Yes, I am.
Why?
Well, I've just turned a pretty penny. £15 profit on a second-hand car.
15?
Well, look, I know it's not a fortune, Elsie, but I am winning, you know. It's one step up from my male ego. Oh, what's happened to your morning?
Oh, fine. Well, I shall look forward to you keeping me in the manner to which I am accustomed.
Well, that day will arrive. You have an appointment with Mr. Smith? You had an appointment with Mr. Smith this morning?
Oh, I didn't see him.
Oh, well, probably not in the summer.
That was very good, Mrs. Clegg.
Oh,
Glad you liked it. Steak and kidney pie is a favourite of Gordon's.
Oh, I'll have to remember that.
Kate and Sydney Pie used to call it when he was little.
I could never say Princess Elizabeth.
Oh.
Princess Lilibet was about as near as I could get.
Oh, fancy. I'm sorry, I didn't have time to make a sweet. I could open it in a fruit.
Oh, no, I've had more than enough, honestly. I must watch my figure. I've got weight problems.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought so. Do you, like a drink? Coffee?
Liquids are as bad as carbohydrates.
Oh, of course.
You didn't know Gordon and I were engaged, did you, Mrs. Clegg?
Oh, well, I had an idea. It's just, he didn't say definitely. Has he given you...
A ring? Or not yet? It's still sort of unofficial. That's probably why he hasn't told you.
Probably.
Has he told you anything about me?
Well, he did say you were a secretary at his firm.
Oh, secretary to one of the partners, actually.
Oh, very good.
Gordon's doing very well for himself, you know.
I'm glad. He's worked hard to get where he is.
Has he always been ambitious?
Well, I think he's always wanted to better himself.
Don't we all?
I think he said you were from these parts yourself.
Yes, I was.
Local?
Cumberland.
Cumberland?
Oh, awful. I got away as soon as I decently could.
Do your parents...
Oh, they live in Kent.
Oh.
I persuaded them to move.
Oh.
They've not regretted it.
Oh, so you live at home then?
Oh, no. I have a flat in Earl's Court. Well, I share it with 2 other girls.
Oh, you young people. Always wanting to be that independent.
Well, we want more out of life than you got, Mrs. Clegg. Can you blame us?
Oh, no, but is living in a flat in London getting more out of life?
It's a start.
What's she doing? Still looking like she's just been told off. Hey, I wonder what Arthur Smith wanted her for. Hey, I wonder. What? If she's got push. Why should she? Oh, for what she were up to with Dennis Maxwell, that's why. That were a long time since. Somebody'll have let cat out at Bagdad management, pound to a penny. Well, who? One of her neighbours. They're naughty for the big gobs round here.
There we are. 14.50 on the nose there, Jerry lad. Boy, heck, I wish everybody's paid us as fast as that, you know, especially in cash.
I still have bother with bad pays then. I know it were a bugbear when I were holding purse strings here.
They don't get no better. You know, I nobbled a bloke last week trying to flit to get out of paying us 30.
Yeah, you know, I don't know how they have cheek. I mean, they'll see you do a job, they'll have benefit of it, and then they won't pay it. Dishonest.
And there you go again, you know, harking after your perfect world. It's not on.
Well, why shouldn't it be? I mean, why? Well, why shouldn't folk do right instead of wrong? It's just as easy.
Oh, you're talking simple, mate, and you know it.
I know no to sort. I know that it's more difficult for me to say sky than do a proper day's work. All right, I'm not saying there's out clever about it. It's just the sort of bloke I am.
I'll just give you a little demonstration of the rewards of evil, shall I? Now, take this 14 quid in here. It's in cash, and only you and me know I've got it. But if I enter it in the books, then the income tax know I've got it as well, so they take the whack, so I'm not entering it. In other words, I'm doing wrong, but it saves me a few quid.
Would it not be on your conscience?
No, just like it wouldn't be on Willie Piggott's conscience or any other of your butchers, bakers, or candlestick
Well, I suppose
makers.
I could always go and enter a monastery.
Aye, well, I have heard there can be some pretty rum goings on in there, you know,
Oh,
about, like, who gets the cleanest habit, you know. Oh, welcome back, Stanley.
I've done that thing in Cromwell Terrace.
Good.
Listen, can you give me something in the morning that I can make an early start?
Did I hear you right, Stanley? An early start?
That's what I said.
Well, you could go to Wilkinson's Cleaners with Jerry there. They're having a bit of trouble with the flu.
Right.
Stan?
Yeah?
Keep it up, will you?
I know. Or else.
Well, Rome wasn't built in a day, Stanley. Or even 2 days.
Oh, come in, it's a shop. At least you think so, the junk I've accumulated.
You want to see my desk? It's knee-deep.
You didn't want my decision now, did you?
Just to give you some more information.
What about?
Exactly what the salary would be.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Why?
Well, it's going to make it all the more difficult to decide, isn't it?
All right, if that's the way you want it. Was only trying to make sure you had all the facts.
Hey! How much?
1,800 a year. And that's only starters.
1,800 a year?
Jennifer what? Swan, very classy name, isn't it? Oh.
It's all right.
She's a secretary bird and all, you know.
Oh, yes.
In Gordon's office.
Really?
She's very smart. Obvious she's from somewhere like London.
Fancy. You wouldn't be trying to make me jealous by any chance, would you?
Oh, me?
Because you're wasting your time. Couldn't care less if Gordon Clegg had got himself engaged to Miss Flipping World.
Well, you never know. He might invite you to the wedding.
Seeing we're being so fly and sarky, who's this bloke you're knocking about with?
Bloke? What bloke?
Oh, I've had 2 reports. Once you were seen in a car, another time you were seen coming out of that pub the end of the East Lancs. Very healthy, I'm told he is.
And what about the colour of his eyes?
Oh, he wasn't close enough for that to be noted.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Maybe the 3rd report you get will give you a few more details, eh?
Who is he then?
Who's who?
This bloke.
What bloke?
Oh, you know what you can do, don't you?
I've tried that, but honestly, it's impossible. I say, shall I tell that Jennifer you was asking about her?
Not tea time already. But I'm forgetting life's one long meal time up here, isn't it?
Ah, don't you want any tea?
Oh, just a cup of tea, please. Very weak.
Yes. Did you, manage to see your aunt?
Oh, yes.
Pleased to see her, was she?
She always is. If only because it gives her a chance to have a go at me for running off to London.
Ah, I dare say she misses you.
I dare say. Do you miss Gordon?
Very much.
He's told me all about Mr. Clegg.
Has he?
Said it was better I should know.
Yes. He's right. It is better.
You must have had a pretty terrible life, Mrs. Clegg.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Well, it hasn't been all trouble. Nobody's is that.
Didn't you try to plan it?
Plan it?
Plan your life.
Is that possible?
Some people manage it.
Well, I don't seem to. Just seems to happen. Still does.
Well, that's where you made your mistake then, wasn't it?
Hey, 20s?
21.
Oh, thought you weren't supposed to have any vices, mate. You're not so bad at the old cards, are you?
Ah, well, in the last couple of years, I've had more jobs on building sites than you've had hot dinners. And you've rented cards on a building site. Twist.
Lenin?
And again. Oh, sorry.
I said, is Lenin?
All right. Oh, Buster rotten again. No, he's not back till next week.
Oh, lucky for some people, isn't it?
Oh, it must be lucky for him. The money he's winning.
Ah, you know what you want to do? You want to get married and send your wife out to work.
Chance to be a fine thing.
Oh, you mean you wouldn't object to your wife working?
I would. I should want to support my wife. No offence, Mrs. Tanner, but you did ask.
Yes, I did ask. Ask Ray.
Twist.
Sticking?
Yeah.
Do you know what my ambition is, Elsie?
No.
To be a kept man. Oh, rotten heck, another face card.
You trying to tell me that you wouldn't mind your wife being the main breadwinner?
Elsie, darling, I would love it. So would 99 out of 100 blokes. St. Jeremiah is the 100th.
Get away. You do surprise me.
What were all that about, then?
I've no idea. Twist.